Hi guys, it's Moon Baby Tarot. I'm going to be doing a collective reading for the Divine Feminine. I'm going to be starting with the Conversations with God cards. I really enjoy these cards and the messages that they bring. I know we just hit a really big astrological time period for cardinal signs. I think Pluto transited Aquarius. So there's a lot of heavy emphasis around relationships at this time. So if you are paying attention, there should be a lot of signs, synchronicities. If you are in a relationship currently, or if you're not, I'm going to take some angel cards as well. It should kind of give you like a really big or a deeper understanding of whether you are in the right relationship, whether it's making you happy. You're really going to be going more internal with this new planetary alignment that we're all going in. And if you resonate with like divine feminine energy, whatever your physical body is, I personally do. But it doesn't matter whether you're a man or a woman. You can be either or. And whatever your preference is. Okay. There's two, and then you. All right. So the first cards out, I'm going to start with the Conversations with God cards. What would love do now? No other question is relevant. No other question is meaningful. No other question has any importance to your soul. So really go ahead and think about what would love do? And then when you are taking actions in your everyday life for yourself, with others, in relationship to yourself or others, whatever is going on around you, that's actually a really beautiful message, because you're always ensuring that you're coming in from, love, that you're coming into any perspective with love. Okay. All right. Go first to your highest thought about yourself. Imagine the you that you would be if you lived the thought every day. Imagine what you would think, do, and say, and how you would respond to what others do and say. Do you see any difference between that projection and what you think, do, and say now? So this is really a card saying to imagine yourself and project yourself into your highest timeline. You need to become that version of yourself now. So it's really going back and looking at the way that you react to things, your own personal barriers and beliefs. What is it that you are projecting onto the world? Because that is just, reality is only a mirror to us. That is just going to show you where you're at. And if you're not in the space, if you're not acting on your highest timeline, on your highest self, then you're going to be receiving, I guess, lower vibrational mirrors in alignment to where you're at now. So this is really about stepping into your higher self and becoming that, being that now, which I think is a great message. Okay. Go ahead and do what you really love to do. Do nothing else. You have so little time. How can you think of wasting a moment doing something for a living you don't like to do? What kind of a living is that? That is not a living, that is a dying. Okay. So if you have not stepped into your highest timeline, the message that I'm getting from this card here is, if there is something, we all have a purpose on this planet. If there is something that you've been wanting to do, that you've been wanting to step into, that you personally feel like, you're here to do and you just haven't done it for whatever reason, whether that's finances, art, it doesn't have to be anything even related to your finances. Is that something that, you have to be asking yourself, what is it that you want to do? What is it that you maybe have been putting off, whether that's art, whether you're a potter, whether you like to paint, whether you have it in you to create something beautiful. Like I always say, the world needs your inventions. The world needs your art, your music, whatever it is that you haven't stepped into yet. You have to start doing the things that you love. And eventually, the mirror that is a reality will start reflecting your projection. So if somewhere in you believe you can't receive money, or what you're doing isn't good enough for you to make it financially, you know, that's gonna again be the same reflection, the same projection you receive. But if you act on your highest self, start being your highest self, moving with love, asking yourself these questions, and moving in the direction of what it is that you want to do truly, then, you know, the world is going to be set up in that same manner. But you have to first embody your higher self, embody that projection of being, in order for things to move and take place. Oh, I really love that card. Okay. And if you wanted for you something other than what you want for you, okay, if you wanted for you something other than what you want for you, and then went so far as to cause you to have it, where is your free choice? How can you be a creative being if I am dictating what you shall be, do, and have? My joy is in your freedom, not your compliance. So again, this is the universe, you know, whatever it is that you believe in, saying that whatever it is that you want will manifest. It's not in regards to whether you comply, whether you don't need to beg, you don't need to plead, you don't need to desire or want for anything. The universe doesn't work that way. If you desire something, if you want something for yourself, it is for you. The all of creation just wants you to enjoy divine feminine, wants you to embody that, to be that love, to nurture, to use your intuition, to embody those aspects of yourself. And this comes from a place of freedom, not compliance. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. The angel cards that we have today are ideas and inspiration. So I feel like I'm tapping into a collective that has a spark, a creativity, you know, there's something that they want to do here. And this card is saying that this inspiration, whatever it is that you are feeling, maybe thinking thoughts about all the time, this is divinely inspired. You might be receiving messages, channelings, downloads in regards to something that you are here to do or create on the planet. And, you know, it is necessary for you to step into that, to embody yourself in that way. And that comes with the next card, radical self-acceptance. Radical self-acceptance is being exactly what you are and choosing yourself, accepting yourself exactly as you are. We don't need to hide behind an ego-based mask. We don't need to project ourselves any other way other than what it is that we truly are. So when we embody our higher sacred self and radically accept that version of ourselves, all these beautiful things will come into place for us. So these are really great messages. And again, there's a lot going on, you know, collectively. I'm going to dip into the tarot and see if there's any other messages, maybe a story that wants to come out for you guys. So let's see the messages that I have for the Divine Feminine Collective right now. Okay. First card out is the Knight of Swords. The Justice card. Oh, and one fell. All right, so the one that fell is the Four of Swords. So this might be a great time for you to meditate, contemplate on what it is that you're wanting. The Knight of Swords is a very fast-acting card. It is a mental card, though. I'm just looking at all these swords. So you might be in a certain headspace at this time, maybe creatively wanting to gather information, wanting to put an idea into action. And with the Justice card in the middle, I feel like there is a need for balance, for recuperation, not just jumping from one thing to the next, to really have an idea about what it is that you are wanting, to put it into fruition, to put it into action here in the third dimension, here in this world, that in order for this to manifest, you're going to have to put some work into it. And you're going to have to be dedicated to this. I mean, look, the with this, the Six of Pentacles, this came out sideways, but I'm getting the need to ascertain priorities, put things in, give a little to what is necessary, give a little to what you want, finding a way to appropriately ascertain your resources, to put them in a space where you're not overdoing it, you're not draining your energy. There's a way that to find balance here. The Six of Cups, or the Six of Pentacles, I'm sorry, I'm seeing the scales here with the Justice card. So, I mean, essentially, these are balancing cards. So you're going to have to balance the thoughts, the ideas, you know, forward momentum with right action so that your creation can come into fruition here. Okay, and let's do one more card. All right, yep, there you go. That's you, that's Divine Feminine Energy, the Empress. You are headed in this direction. You are headed in the direction of the Empress. The Empress is someone who's abundant, who's fertile, who's creative. That is like, I mean, it's beautiful energy. In fact, it's a Divine Feminine energy. It's that womb of creation. That's the direction that you are. That's where you're going. That's where you're going to be headed. As long as you continue to balance, you find a way to appropriately balance your thoughts, your ideas, knowing when to, there's a deck called the Rumi deck. I haven't really used it for my readings here, but I use it for myself all the time. And it has such a beautiful poem on there. And they're really in-depth cards if you're interested. I actually have them right here. It's called the Rumi Oracle. By Alana Farsi. I've had them for years now, but the Rumi Oracle cards, there's a beautiful card in here that actually pertains to this spread a lot, where he says, you are coming to this stage where you are knowing intuitively when to push and when to pull, when to stop and when to take a look. So this is really about you using your guidance system in regards to moving your inspiration, your ideas, something that you're trying to create here forward, and knowing when to do it, knowing how to do it, waiting for all your stars to align in a sense, waiting for there to be balance, knowing when to move, knowing when to rest, knowing where to put your assets, knowing where to invest financially, when to put in the hard work here, because your outcome is the Empress, someone who's creative, who is very nurturing, very loving, abundant, can have it all. And this Empress, this Divine Feminine energy, she can do it all on her own. So that's the message for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed the reading. Let me see, bottom of the deck overall. Oh, there you go. The Two of Wands. There might be a choice that you're gonna have, that you're having to make. You're looking out in the long term, though. With the Two of Wands here, this person has the whole world in their hands. I can do anything. I can have anything. But you're going to have to make a choice. Sometimes, you know, certain paths a little bit better than others. And it's about you making that decision on, you know, where to take action, how to take action. Noticing that you create your own reality and you can, in fact, spark that, you know, sequence of events for yourself once you come into alignment and once you balance everything out. Okay. All right, guys, I hope you have a wonderful day. Thanks.